I had no plans of coming to the Philippines. It wasn't even, I wasn't even thinking about it, you know, coming to, moving to the Philippines, you know, meeting somebody, getting married. That wasn't even in my plans. At the time when I met Myles, I was a owner operator of a truck, and I was driving for a company called Wilson Logistics. I don't know if you ever heard of them. You've probably seen them up and down the road, mostly like Ohio and the Northeast. At one time, they were out west. When I was there, it was out west, but they moved from Montana back to Springfield, Missouri. Yeah, it was just, we started talking online, but I kept I kept aware of what was going on, because you hear all the horror stories of, oh, my daddy's in the hospital, my brother was in a motorcycle accident, my brother's in the hospital, on and on. There's so many of them, I'll be here forever. Never. Well, she was working at the time. She was in Hong Kong. And we talked for quite a bit of time. God, over a year or so. And then I decided to, come visit to the Philippines in Luzon. Came here and was like, oh, this ain't a bad place, But I still wasn't sure what I was going to do. My throat is kind of messed up. So one time I asked Myles, I said, would you have a problem, coming to visit here in the States? See if you like it. And I'll tell you, man, they do not make it easy. The U.S. Embassy in Philippines, or anywhere, I believe. I mean, that's the only place that dealt with was the one in Manila. They do not make it easy to come here. You know what I mean? You spend all this money, they spend all the money, for the background check and all this other stuff. And a lot of them get an agency because they want to make sure that everything's done properly. You spend all this money, and you go there and they say, oh, sorry, not this time. Come back another time. No. And I jokingly one time told Myles, I said, hey, why don't you just get a flight going to Mexico to come up through the border? I know it sounds stupid, but did you make it really hard? And I just don't understand how, I'll say Americans, how Americans can basically, if you have a passport and you have never been to the Philippines, or you have been to the Philippines and you've never been in trouble in the Philippines, because in the Philippines, if you ever get in trouble, they blacklist you. How long that is for, I have no idea. Never had, not a concern of mine, so I never worried about it. But she was turned down. Come visit here. If you like it, then we'll go from there. The answer was no. Come back another time. So I came here 2 other times to visit. The whole time, even me and Myles are talking on, through Messenger, doing the video talk and all that other stuff. The last time I came here is when we decided to get married. And when we got married, I kind of checked into if things would be a lot easier for her to come to the States. No. She had to go through the same bullshit. So we decided to, come live here. Now, the only thing I would change is that I would never, we bought property in Lassam, okay? Because that's where we were going to originally live. But of course, we end up being in Badak. I think the only thing I would have changed is I would not have bought property in Lassam. It serves me no purpose. Actually, it's nothing but a headache, because you got other people think they own the property and they can do whatever they want. That's all I'm going to say about that. So we ended up buying this house and staying here. So if you have a plan on getting married in the Philippines to a Philippine woman, you can get it in the States or you can get it in, well, most likely you'll get it in Manila at the U.S. I'm talking about Americans. You would have to go to the embassy. Got to make an appointment. You can do that online. You have to go to the embassy. Make sure you bring your birth certificate. If you've been divorced, make sure you bring the divorce certificate or the paperwork for divorce and your passport. And what you're going there for is you're going to ask for a certificate of legal capacity to contract marriage in the Philippines. Yeah, that's a must. Now, it was kind of weird when we got married in Lassam. I mean, it was kind of like, I don't know if the administrator seen this type of paperwork before, because I hand him everything that I need to hand to him. My birth certificate, the certificate of legal capacity, and my passport. He looked harder. He looked harder at my passport than he did at the certificate. He kind of like that, and then kind of like threw it aside, and that's kind of like. And I mean, it's not law. It's one piece of paper. And it says, basically, hey, yeah, he's okay. He's not married. He ain't gonna be committing no crime. Having two wives or anything like that. The funny thing is, I'll tell you a short story. Well, real short. When I was there, waiting in line to get this certificate, and I mean, you're in and out. Okay, you're not there. They don't sit you down at the table and drill you for questions. You just bring in the divorce paperwork, or if you've ever been married, and your passport and everything like that. Now, I believe because when you make the appointment, they ask you some questions, and I think maybe they do a background check before you come in. A quick one, because it was just too fast. You know what I mean? But there was a gentleman. He must have been in his 70s, maybe. But he was there with a lady. And the woman asked him, are you married, are you divorced, or have you always been single? And the guy replied, I don't know. And I was like, I don't know. And the lady, the lady at the window even looked at him and says, you don't know. Sir, let me ask you this question again. No, she said, sir, are you hard of hearing? And he kind of goes, no. She goes, okay, I'm going to ask you this question again. Are you married? And he says, looks at are you divorced, or you've never been married? And he turned around and answered again, I don't know. And it was kind of like, what? So she says, sir, She goes, you need to go ahead and sit down, and an agent will come out and talk to you. He just prolonged his day by hours, probably, because I was next. Being in the military, I learned you just give them all the paperwork, and they look through it, and they'll ask you a question. I gave my divorce decree, that letter I got, the certificate of legal capacity. No, I didn't. I got that from her. I gave my passport, birth certificate, and my divorce decree. I just handed it all to her, and she looked at it, and she goes, okay. And she looked at it, and she says, so when you get married? I said, next week. And she goes, oh, okay. And anyway, it was really weird. It was almost like the certificate was already printed out, because all she did is she pulled it out and just signed her name at the bottom and handed me all the paperwork. Says, you have a great day. I was done within 5 minutes. But that one guy, I don't know. So you gotta. It's all a mental thing, man. It's all mental, you know. I know right across the street from the embassy, there was a hotel that we stayed in that was right across the street. Hold on a second. Yeah, I just wanted to double check, man. Right across the street from the U.S. Embassy, there was a hotel called I got it right here, Bayview Park Hotel, Manila. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry, I asked Myles, if you all know me by now, Myles has a great memory. Mine sucks. We paid $2,000, she told me we paid $2,000 plus a night to stay there. And of course, they got the breakfast buffet in the morning, which is good. We stayed there, 2 days? Yeah, 2 days. I'm not one of these type of guys that hurry up and do things. I like to get somewhere like a day before and then leave like a day after. Yeah, but I also forgot, okay? Getting old, leave me alone. Don't judge me. You do it, the interview at the window, which is like I said, I handed her everything, and he just asked me, "You married?" I said, "No." That was it. Okay. They give you a little ticket. You have to go walk over to the cashier, and you got to pay that. Now, I do not remember how much that was, and I apologize. All right, we're talking 5 years ago. All right, you have to pay that. They'll give you a little receipt saying, yeah, you paid. Then you go back to the window where you were at, you hand it to them, and boom, you're done, man. You get this. You get the certificate of legal capacity. It's contract marriage. In and out. Yeah, man, there's no reason to be nervous, okay? You ain't gonna have no CIA agent come out of the wall, secret door that pulls you into a room and asks you 100 million questions. It's just simple, man. You go in there knowing, you know. I know there's people that get nervous, and I'm the same way. I get nervous when the intention's on me, but it's a woman. It was a woman at the time, and it was easy. I mean, it wasn't hard, you know. But like I said, it's just when me and Myles met, when we started talking, I had no intentions of being with another woman. Okay, I went through a really, really, really nasty divorce where she contributed nothing but got everything, okay? And I know everybody hears that story, but I'm being honest with you, man. I lost a lot, all right, from a gold-digging barfly, all right? I hope the woman burns in hell. I'm being honest, man. Her own children, 3 children don't even like her. All right, that's how bad of a person she is. They're not mine, thank you. I'm just so happy we never had children. All right. We weren't married that long. We were not married that long. I started seeing the true side come out of her, and I was like, no, I don't want nothing to do with this. And I lost a lot, man. I lost a home. I lost a truck. not a pickup truck. But that's my story, and I'll take it to my grave. But yeah, it's well, me and Myles, I had no intentions of being with anybody. I was basically in the beginning after divorce and everything like that. Got an apartment, but I was never there because I was a truck driver, and I said, "Why am I doing this?" So I canceled my lease. I had to pay a fine, of course, 2 months rent. I canceled that, got myself in the truck, man, and I just rolled. But now I think I have 4 kids. Okay, they range from the 20s up to their 30s, and I think they're kind of pissed off at me because I'm not there. But let me tell you what, man. Even when I was there, I never really heard from them. No, I don't. I love them very much. But their lives went on. They have their own families. They have their own children. Okay, for the most part. Why can't mine? And they're more than welcome. Why do you think we got a big house? So if they come and visit, or anybody in my family came and visit, I got 2 spare rooms. Well, actually, I could use this room too. I had 3 spare rooms. Two bedrooms and this room. I have no problems with that. But yeah, it was just the stars were aligned and the moon was in the right position, whatever. And when Myles and myself met, do I have any regrets now? Do I have regrets moving here? No. I mean, I miss my family a lot. I miss them really a lot. But I have no regrets. I have no regrets at all. Actually, I'm a lot more happier now than I ever was. All right, man. I'll let you all go. I'm pretty sure you're like, dude, just shut up. You all be good to yourself, be good to each other, and don't worry about the small stuff. Bye for now.